Lots of things happen in the bathroom, so let's make sure they're green. If your sink is leaky, that's going to use a lot of water. Usually fixing a sink is pretty easy. You can just unscrew the top parts and replace the washers, which probably cost a couple bucks at the hardware store. Make sure your shower head is a low flow efficient shower head, and you'll know that because it says 2.5 GPM, which means gallons per minute, or 9.46 liters per minute. You guys know already that I am not a fan of plastic. I'm not a fan of vinyl shower curtains either. So the alternative is to get a cloth shower curtain. Now, cotton or hemp or something that's biodegradable is the best thing to get, because once it gets old, after a few years or whatever, if it gets moldy, you could literally rip it up and throw it in your compost rather than the polyvinyl chloride, PVC, which is totally toxic. That smell that you smell once you buy it is off-gassing. It's like literally toxic chemicals. If you don't have a newer toilet made probably within the last 10 to 15 years, you probably don't have a very efficient toilet, so it's using a lot of water. So you can take the lid off the back of your toilet and fill up a soda bottle full of water so that that displaces the water that's being used. If you're a homeowner and you have the ability to renovate your bathroom, you could even think about getting a composting toilet. Like we saw at Keith's house, he lives off the grid and he has a composting toilet, and he makes compost and manure that he can use, to plant trees and plants in his yard. Sometimes your drains get clogged, and generally people want to get them unclogged pretty quick and pour stuff like Drano down there, which is really, really toxic for anything it comes in contact with. And also it eats away at your pipes. If you've been using Drano for many, many years, or if you have an older house, it's really bad for your system. So you can use an alternative, which is natural enzymes and bacteria. Fellow video blogger Cheryl from Node101 Phoenix is going to show us what she uses.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. Welcome to my bathroom. I'm going to show you how I keep my rickety pipes unclogged without any kind of toxic chemical like Drano. I'm using a drain additive called BioClean. And what it is powdered bacteria with some enzymes to kickstart them. What you do is you mix them with 1 pint of body temperature water, and then you dump them in your drain. And you want to do this when you've got 6 to 8 hours where you're not going to be using the drain. And what happens is they go down in there and they eat any biodegradable material that gets stuck in your drain, like hair, other goop. You do have to switch to a biodegradable cleanser so that you're not putting bleach down in there and killing the culture that you're trying to create. And you treat your drain once a month, and you remember it because they give you a fridge magnet that little eyes light up and blink at you. I've been using it for about 5 months, and I've gone from having to add Drano all the time to my drains just run. I got mine at jsplumber.com, but if you can find it locally, go for it.
So now that Cheryl has shown us how to keep our drains clean with natural enzymes, we have to make sure that our cleaning products and our soaps are biodegradable and won't kill the bacteria. So make sure that the shampoo, the conditioner, the soap you're using, any cleaning products that you're using to clean your bathtub are biodegradable and made from natural sources. One of my favorite cleaning products actually is Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. I use it for everything. I use it for cleaning myself and cleaning the bathtub and scrubbing the toilet, and it has the greatest smell, and it's all natural, and it's biodegradable. It's awesome. Another thing you can do to reduce waste and use a more biodegradable product for shaving. For guys, you can use like the old-fashioned shaving brush and cup. It's like a cup or a mug of shaving soap. It's probably what our grandparents used to use before there was shaving cream in a can. And if you were totally extreme, you would use a straight razor. You would have to learn how to use it, but that would be a reusable razor. It wouldn't be disposable like most of the razors that are out there. You would just sharpen it. If you buy Q-tips, make sure they're the paper ones because those are fully biodegradable. Instead of throwing them in the trash, you can just throw them in your compost or your worm bin, and the worms will happily eat your waxy, gooey Q-tip. We recently had the bathroom in our apartment redone, and part of it was cutting a big block of glass brick so that we could get more light in the bathroom. It was kind of dark. That makes it so that we don't have to turn the lights on all day. The only time we turn the lights on in the bathroom is when it gets dark. And the light fixture that we have actually is supposed to use 4 bulbs, and we just put 2. And we replaced the regular bulbs with the fluorescent bulbs. It's probably only using about 30 watts right now, whereas before it was using like 200 watts. If you prefer to have a nightlight on too, a lot of those nightlights are these little like incandescent bulbs that, I mean, they stay on all night and they're gonna burn out in like a month, right? So we actually found this little LED light, and you can see it uses 0.5 watts, and it's got a lifetime of like 100,000 hours. I don't even know how many years that is, but it's cool. It's also got a light sensor too, so it doesn't stay on all night, so when the sun comes up, it just turns itself off. We have cats, and the cats use the bathroom too. So we decided to use pine pellets, and sometimes we switch off with the newspaper pellets. Those are also fully biodegradable. If you have room for a compost pile, you can just dump this stuff on the compost pile when you're ready to replace it, and it's a lot better than flushing it down the toilet or those crystal things that they sell at the store for kitty litter. I don't know what they're made out of, but I have a feeling they're not very biodegradable, and I think they encourage you just to throw them in the garbage. That's a lot of kitty litter. I mean, we have 2 cats, and we go through kitty litter. You know, we change the box probably every week and a half, and I would much rather turn that into soil that I could use. Okay, go green your bathroom.